Out of any day of being a Muslim, yesterday was my lowest point,
Trust
bruv.
me,
To a point
I've
where
never felt more embarrassed to be
100%.
part of a religion than I was yesterday.
Yes.
What's the point of fasting and starving your body and your stomach when you have no intention to actually gain what Ramadan itself is about for your soul?
You think that your money that you're giving to that orphan is going to be held accountable on the day of judgment by your God against you? Leave the religion, bro. Don't believe in a God like that, please.
Bro, you know he said the words, "I made her death go viral."
Oh, that was disgusting, bro. It's Ramadan, bro. Have some respect.
Faker. Yes, people, welcome back to the Hate Squared podcast, episode number 14. I go by the name of Hader, with the legend
Hussein.
AKA.
No, we're keeping it Hussein. It's Ramadan, bro. You need to keep
Why you keep saying that, big man? Why can't you do?
Change, bro.
Why can't you do AKA Nooch? I was trying to give you.
Because I'm trying to retire that name for this month. But when Eid comes around, there'll be whispers.
What's wrong with that name?
There'll be whispers about the big
What's
Nooch.
wrong with that name?
Yes, people.
Or what's un-Islamic about that name?
Hope you're doing well. What was it, week 8 of quarantine, bruv, now?
I've stopped counting.
Yeah,
Definitely 2 months
bruv, I tweeted this the other day. It's literally like Control C, Control V every single day. Like every day seems exactly the same for me. Do you get me?
Oh, so you're talking to me?
Because I'm not working anymore. Well, for this week, I'm not working.
Annual leave?
Yeah.
Or furlough?
No, annual leave.
How do you feel?
Dead. Swear down.
Man said I'm dead.
Yeah, bro, I feel bare useless, bro. I feel like a carrot, man.
Why don't you do some, take some inspiration from entrepreneur Twitter. Start a side hustle.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Start selling some cakes and that.
Start
brownies and that.
Start making seafood bowls and stuff.
Do you know, I noticed from your tweets, I didn't know you that much of a fan of sushi and that.
No, I love sushi.
But
all these crazy things.
I can't eat it, bro.
I don't know how you can eat crab though, bro.
I've never tried it.
The thing don't even like.
I tried sushi twice in my whole life and I nearly felt sick.
I can't try crab, man. Shall I tell you why?
I've experienced too many crabs in my life.
There's two reasons why I can't.
Human
there's two reasons why I can't try crab. Yeah. One of them, something that hard to crack open shouldn't be open. It's telling you don't open me. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Are we allowed Islamically?
Depends in it who you follow. But what I'm trying to say, something that's that hard to crack open, bro. You seen them like they have to use like some tools and they open it and then they
got to boil it in proper hot water.
Yeah, it's long, innit? It's mad long. It's like it's not like a normal procedure. It's telling you don't eat me. That's the first thing. The second thing is it can't move forward. I'm backwards, bro. I can only move sideways. I can't rate an animal that does that.
Trust me, man. Like I said, I've experienced too many crabs in my life. So yeah, man, moving sideways.
Oh, is that what you meant?
Come on, I thought you get it, man.
I thought crabs like I thought that's like a sexual transmitted disease. But anyway, we've been talking.
I have heard of it though.
You have, innit?
Isn't that when you don't shave your?
No. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that.
Nah, big man thing.
I don't know. I've heard of someone like you got the crabs.
Yeah, that, from my knowledge, that's when you don't shave your.
Oh, it's mad.
Pubic hair.
But you know me, I keep it G-rated. I keep it halal, man. You know me. Is G-rated good?
As in, yeah, you're a G, yeah, G-rated.
No, G. Anyways,
as in like X-rated.
Let's just get into it, man. Let's just get into it, because you know horses.
Yeah.
Their lifespan has been a bit short recently, innit?
Especially due to the Tesco scandal recently, a couple of years ago.
Recently.
Or a couple of years ago.
I was like 12 when that happened.
Was it at 12? Nah, it was at least about year 11. We were year 11, year 12.
Yeah.
Anyways, boom.
You eat horse and that.
Hope you've all been well.
Yeah.
Thank you for the love on our previous episode.
Yeah, that episode done amazing, man.
Yeah, man. You guys
smashed it.
You guys smashed the target of the likes by 20 right now. So who knows? But so that target was 30. What target do you want to give them for this video?
This video, let's say.
Should we double it?
60.
Let's double it.
Let's say 60, bro.
Cool.
Let's set them a challenge,
guys.
Bro. Quarantine challenge.
Smash that like button. Let's get this video to 60 likes.
60 likes, why not,
and of course, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. Great things will happen in your life if you click that red button. And Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Hope you lot are doing great if you're driving, listening to this.
Yeah.
Walking your dog, whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Anyways, Karam.
So basically, we thought of a new segment.
Oh, you got the thing.
Right there. We thought of a new segment that we want to implement. But the thing is, we need your help. So we're not the most creative when it comes to names. I think I'm alright. I'm a decent creative, but I need.
Sometimes you need a bit of external motivation.
So I want you guys to comment what we should call this. Basically, we're gonna focus on weekly trends or trends that have happened over the past 2 weeks that we haven't spoken about. That we can come together right now and just say, have you seen this happen in the last 2 weeks? What do you think about
Give
X,
our
Y,
2
Z?
cents.
Exactly. So, with that being said, leave a comment on what we should call this segment. But for now, segment X, Let's get into
X,
it. Let's get into it, man. So basically,
first point of segment X.
First ever point of segment X.
I like that.
A lot of people have been spending time on Netflix. Recently, a new Netflix series has come out. I'm a sports fan, man. I like sports. Never really been into basketball.
Same.
We know about Kobe, we know about MJ, we know about all these
the greats,
all these goats, yeah. But recently, if you guys haven't watched it, you should watch it. It's called The Last Dance. It's basically about the season, I think it was the last season of the Chicago Bulls team that had won previously at multiple championships. You haven't finished it, so I'm not going to say anything.
I'm on episode 3, I think.
I finished it, I binge watched it, it's amazing. I never really truly understood how
Michael
great
Michael
Jordan.
Man.
Like, after watching that, I don't think, this is a big statement, but I don't think there's any sportsman who's had a bigger effect on his sport than MJ.
Ronaldo
in football did not have that. And I'll tell you why. Basketball is just, when you think basketball, you think NBA.
Yeah.
When you think football, you think Premier League, you think La Liga, you think Italian Serie A, you think Bundesliga, you think Champions League, you think World Cup. There's too many competitions going around. Do you get what I'm trying to say? There's too many folk like around the world. For NBA is just NBA, like basketball is just NBA basically, and no one really cares about these Greek leagues and like Spanish leagues and that. But I've allowed that. So.
Wait, does the UK have a basketball league?
Yeah, pretty sure they do, man. But no one watches it. That's what I'm trying to say. The NBA is like the one. But on the whole company, on the whole franchise as a whole, the NBA, no one has had a bigger effect on that. Like, bro, if you think of Jordan, the kicks, you think of the Space Jam, you think, bro, he's had a massive impact. Ronaldo hasn't had that on football. He hasn't had his own shoes that have sold. I don't know if you saw it, but when he signed the Nike deal, they wanted to sell $3 million in the first 4 years.
Who's?
Nike.
Oh no, which player?
No, Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay, cool.
When he signed the deal with Nike,
and that was in the mid 90s.
So $3 million by the end of the 4 years or the third year or something. Yeah. They sold 120 million in the first year.
Swear.
Do you know, bruv? Do you know how crazy that is? Do you know how mad
I was watching, you know, The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
They interviewed Charlemagne, DJ Envy, and Angela Yee.
Yeah.
They interviewed Jordan's kids.
Oh yeah.
And I watched maybe the first 5-10 minutes of that interview. And Jordan, as in Michael Jordan, he didn't let his kids wear anything but those trainers.
Yeah.
So his kids have never seen nothing but Jordans on their feet.
I wouldn't
even
complain.
Skechers or like.
I wouldn't complain, bro.
School shoes.
They're buff, bro. They're so nice. But
I've never owned a pair.
Have you not?
No.
Do you know what? I actually bought my first pair, man, not too long ago. Not the nicest pair of Jordans, but just Jordans.
But I'll be honest with you, bro. You know my swag. I don't really rock high tops and stuff.
Yeah, neither did I really. I'm not a fan of high tops. But recently, summer, and I was
I'm
like,
flip flops right now.
Yeah, same. I've got the Primark ones though. But yeah, man. Definitely give that series a watch.
Check it out. It's called The Last Dance on Netflix.
So good,
bro. Like I just said to Hussein, like, bro, like, you don't understand the magnitude of my man's. Do you know what it is, bro?
You haven't even seen anything yet as well.
3 episodes in. The thing is, you hear about a lot of successful people in life, but I'm a firm believer that certain people got to where they are not because of their work ethic, but purely sometimes people are just chosen by God. I don't think I can start practicing my singing today and I can become amazing, but in 10 years from now I won't be on Beyonce's level because certain things are just naturally gifted to you by God. I can start playing football, I won't be on Henri or Messi's level. I can start playing basketball. I might get really good, and I might even get to the point where teams want to draft me. But would I get to Jordan's level? Probably never. And that's not even a bad thing. It's just like certain people will always have certain things given to them by God, ability. Like a natural born talent.
But the thing is with Jordan is that he didn't always just have that. Like if you watch the documentary, if you finish his work ethic, and the thing is that I love about him, when someone used to tell him, when someone used to talk anything about him, or when someone, like, let's say this player won the MVP and Jordan was playing against that player, and that player won the MVP and Jordan felt like he had to win the MVP, or he should have won the MVP, most valuable player, he will prove to the world that
that's what it means, most valuable player?
Yeah.
No way. I've never known that my whole life. Say it down, wallah, I've never known that. I've heard the term MVP, but
you're the real MVP. But he will try to prove to the world that, listen, I'm the real G. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Or like in the tunnel, someone would like say, "Oh, good game." Switch his head. His head will switch, and he'll just come out in the fourth quarter and ruin your life. Do you get it? Like, there's so many examples of
just
that in the documentary.
Aspect,
I wish to have that mentality, man.
The thing is though, it's like you can tell someone's a winner with their attitude before sometimes even playing. For example, there was a clip in one of the most in the episodes that I've watched where one of the seasons he had to the doctors predicted that he'd be out between anywhere from 6 up to 12 or more weeks, and he couldn't play. And then they said there's like a 90% chance you become, or a 10% chance that you take the L again on your left foot. He broke his left foot, by the way, or his left ankle.
Yeah, one of them.
And his coaches in that were like, nah, listen, that 10% could ruin your whole career. Just take it easy, sort of thing. To cut a long story short, Donny just, without telling his team managers and coaches and stuff, because obviously they tell him off, innit, and obviously he's a multi-million, he's their star player. But he recovered in like a couple months. Not even that. A couple weeks.
He's started playing.
He was playing so much on his own accord in like local basketball gyms and whatnot. Yeah. No, he went back to his university.
His uni.
Was it North Carolina or something? I can't remember.
That's where he's from, innit?
Yeah, he's from North Carolina. And then, long story short, the same foot he broke turned out to be stronger than the foot that wasn't broken in the first place.
Yeah, he's
because I personally believe, bro. Like, I know it sounds much, the whole speak into existence, but I think that's that concept, bro. Like, he conditioned his mind to be like, nah, like, bruv, I will get better, and there's no way, despite the millions in my bank account, that I'm gonna sit on my sofa for the next 3 months and just be a bum.
Yeah, bruv. Yeah, I think he said like there's a 10% chance that you could lose me or something, but there's a 90% chance that I'll help you win this game or something like that. Bruv, he's next level.
Mentality is everything, man.
He's just another breeder, man.
That's why you always hear the stuff about, raise your belief levels and it's already done, and all that kind of motivational stuff. A lot of people find it cheesy, but personally, I believe it's true, man.
Yeah. Shout out MJ, man. Finish it and let me know what you think. And you guys give it a watch and let us know. If you've seen it, let us know what you thought of it down below. Next one is, bruv, I think people are running out of people to cancel. Because today...
a couple of weeks ago, there were a lot of people Black Twitter was cancelling a lot of black influencers.
Oh, was it?
Did you not see it?
Like Chunks and that.
Chunks and the same time
that
as
Rose,
Chunks.
whatever her name is.
Nella Rose. Is she a YouTuber? I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
I don't know her content.
But yeah,
I know her name.
Yeah.
Of her name.
So today, you actually told me. You said, "Oh, have you seen what's been happening with Alhan?" And I was like, "Nah, not really." So I check on the TL, and he's trending on Twitter. So I check what it's about, bruv. What is it about? Is it just what he's trying to claim black culture or something? Like, what's going on?
Okay, what's happened is because he's, I was gonna say because he's Turkish, but let me scratch that, yeah. And I don't care if this sounds quite abrupt, yeah. Because he's not black,
yeah, of course,
they feel that something along the lines of stealing our culture or being a part of
There's a lot
our
of this
culture.
though, man.
So my thing is this, yeah. If you actually have heard Alhan's story, and I know you have, yeah, the whole when he was at 13 writing emails to Jamal Edwards from SBTV.
He's next level.
Bro, some of you lot are in your mid-20s and you've not even done that in regards to getting a job or an internship to do with your degree or work experience for the desired field you want to be in. And you're hating on someone that's genuinely put in the work to get where he is. Yes, okay, he's controversial. Yes, he's a bit outlandish.
But
yes.
who cares? That's not why they're trying to cancel him. They're trying to so you're telling me if Alhan was sitting here and a black guy was sitting here, Alhan, who from 12 or 13 years old has put in work I'm not even going to say to have an opinion in the black culture, because what's he talk about? He just talks about grime. He just talks about, like, he's into his grime, he's into his documentaries or whatever. He said that's not black culture. That's just bruv, that's normal, bruv.
Like, for example,
why is that exclusive to black culture?
We're not black, but we're part of a urban culture.
Yeah, exactly.
We like rap. I went to see Skepta live in 2018. I've seen bare rappers live that are part of their culture. But what is all there?
It's silly, bro.
And then people want to talk about discrimination towards certain races, bruv. So are you basically saying that's like me saying the only H² audience fans that can listen to our content or watch our content can be either people who come from similar backgrounds to you
Middle Eastern
or me.
Or Southeast Asian.
But that's stupid.
It's so silly.
We've got white supporters, Asian supporters, black supporters, Arab supporters, so on and so forth.
I don't understand it. I don't understand the whole movement. It's like, I don't know if they like these. I'm not saying it's all black people. Obviously, it's not. But you know, like the extreme. You always find it. I think black Twitter, Muslim Twitter, all these people allow all of them. They're all wet. I feel like they just want to protect their own, and like these are the same people who come at black guys or black women for dating people of other races. They're the same people who come at white women for having dreads. They're the same people who, bruv, they'll probably come at me for talking the way I talk. But just because because UK slang or London slang is influenced by the Caribbean
culture. Yeah,
does it mean that I'm not allowed to talk the way I talk?
Like I said, wagwan to him today when I came in.
That's normal for us. I was born around that.
That's what I'm saying. I was born around that.
So why is it suddenly now so Alhan's sitting here, he's done his research, whatever, but a brother that's done nothing for the community or whatever. Alhan's done a lot for the black community, by the way. If we're talking about the black community, how many black people has he interviewed on
so
Gasworks?
many, probably most of his guests have been black.
Exactly, and he embraces them, bruv, open arms and that. But anyway, this Donny who's sitting here, just a black guy who grew up in, I don't know, Essex or something, you're trying to tell me he has more of a voice in the black community just because he's black? That's so dumb. It's so silly.
I think what it is, and I think we mentioned this in one of our very, very first episodes, bro, regarding the whole victim mentality. I feel that we live in such a time where within a few seconds I can pick up the phone, open the Bird app, and then just tweet my opinion.
Yeah.
And if it hits the right audience and they retweet it,
there's always going to be the right audience, though, bro.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? I feel like
there's always an audience for.
I feel like
dumbness.
He's not done anything wrong.
I don't understand.
He's worked hard at his
If we're
goals.
missing anything, let us know, by the way. If we've missed, like, because I saw some people said, oh, he's coming for so and so, and I tried to look into it. I couldn't see him coming for anyone. Apparently, he was coming for some black girls in the comments. I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
What happened was, I think it was last year at some point, they tried to cancel him as well. My guy, he went Shoreditch High Street and got one of those billboards with his name on it, with his face on it, and hashtag #4 trending. Yeah. Like, bruv, I'm not being rude to anyone who's gonna take offense to this, but if you're not as smart as that he could have got cancelled, but he took it on the chin, and he done a 6ix9ine, bruv.
I was just gonna say
he trolled you lot. Yeah. He made it his own. That's the
6ix9ine blueprint.
Bro,
used that.
How can you hate on someone that used negative energy to reinforce it to positive energy? Like, bruv, if you hate that, then that just shows a lot about you and your mentality, innit? But listen, Alhan, you probably don't even know who we are, but fam, I rate you. I like your Gasworks content.
Bro, he's essential to the UK scene, to the London scene anyway. But let us know down below if we've missed out any information, any key information.
Bro, like, just before we move on, like, I don't think people understand the magnitude of the kind of people he's interviewed. Yeah. Bro, he's interviewed people like...
At 20 years old as well.
Bro, he's 21 now, I think.
Whatever.
He started his Gasworks when he was like, what, 19? 18?
Yeah, he's silly, bro.
I didn't have a beard at 19. It was just about, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, he's interviewed people like Jammer, bro. You know Jammer from Boy Better Know? Yeah. He's one of the pioneers of the whole UK grime scene. You've interviewed essentially the top... Come on, bro. Put some respect on his name, man. Yeah, but I told you, bro, week 8 of quarantine, people are trying to look for people to cancel. Will probably come for us. We'll start trending soon. By week 12. I said inshallah. Next one. Because at least we get more views that way.
Any exposure is good exposure. Right. Next one. I think that's something in my eye, but I might have to mash it up. Next one. Don't know if you saw it. Actually, I was speaking to you about it. I don't think you did come across it, but it was a really interesting watch. It was basically the whole YouTube boxing thing started with Joe Weller versus Malfoy or something his name, whatever his name is, Malfoy. Basically, Joe Weller and one of his boys got in a gym, in a boxing gym, and they had like a little session. It got like 2 million views or something. I can't remember. But on Instagram, when Joe Weller posted it on Instagram, KSI had tweeted him or commented, sorry, and he said, "Oh, let me play the winner, lol." And from then, the rest is history, innit? Joe Weller versus KSI versus Logan Paul ×2, and then whatever happened.
The rest is history,
yeah. So now they've taken it to new heights.
Different levels.
But that Joe Weller KSI fight was the first massive one. And after the fight happened, obviously, if you guys don't know, KSI won quite convincingly. Joe Weller didn't perform at all. He had trained well, but he got like stage fright. Like basically, he got there and he admitted in the podcast, he threw up, he couldn't sleep all night, like he was like nervous, bro. He was shitting it basically. So
I don't know if I would ever admit that, bro.
Joe Weller wears his heart on his sleeve.
Especially to the guy that I lost.
Yeah. So basically, he lost. After the fight, and I was explaining this to you, you see in a lot of MMA fights and a lot of boxing fights, they'll trash talk and they'll build up the fight, the hype of the fight, etc. But then once the fight is done, that's it. You hug each other, you pay your respect, and you go your separate ways. With Joe Weller, KSI, it kept going on, and KSI kept coming for Joe Weller non-stop. And recently was the first time, so what are we, like 2 years later, 3 years later? Recently was the first time, last week, on the Joe Weller podcast, that they sat down and actually spoke about everything. And that's just crazy to me in itself. Like, you could go that long, and being in Joe Weller's shoes, the type of person he is, he's obviously, like I said, he wears his heart on his sleeve. To constantly,
do you follow his content?
A little bit, but I just feel sorry for him, bro, because I feel like he's so lost. Like, he's trying to discover himself, and he'll get himself to make content, and he'll come back and like like, I don't want to like say crying, there's anything wrong with crying, but he'll come back and cry and be like, bruv, like I'm trying, but it's just not clicking for me. Like he's I feel like he's a bit lost, but hopefully like he can regain some of that spark that he had for the YouTube thing anyway. But I wanted to ask you, bro, like if you had reached their heights, yeah, and you had put yourself out there to do something in Joe Weller's shoes or KSI's shoes, like to put yourself out of millions of people, in front of millions of people, and take a step that you've never taken before, whether it be boxing, whether it be music, whether it be this, and you get a stupid amount of backlash. Bruv, when we see a negative comment, we'll talk about it sometimes then, and we'll be like, oh, bruv, like,
did you see what so-and-so said?
Yeah, did you see what so-and-so said? And it's not the nicest thing to feel, let's be honest. Like, as much as we say, oh, it doesn't affect us, it's not the nicest feel, like, nicest thing to feel. I'll still sleep good, I'll still eat good, I don't care, but I would rather it didn't. Do you get me? It's not, that's normal. When you're getting millions of people coming at you, bro, that cannot be normal. Like, how could you deal with that? Like, what Joe Weller dealt with, how could someone ever deal with that?
Bro, the reality is in a situation like that, this is just my personal opinion, in a situation like that, I don't think you got a choice, G.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real, bro. If we upload this, and then we go to sleep, the next morning we wake up and Drake has somehow found it and shared it on his timeline.
That's a lot of these idiots.
No, not even a lot of these. Let's say he's bigged it up.
Oh, okay.
I'm always thinking positive. Let's say he's bigged it up and said, "Mandem, shout me, I'm on it. When am I coming on?" Yeah. Drizzy,
Champagne,
Word of HS or Nucci, whichever one. You get me? We're there. People are gonna.
That cat is getting fucked up.
Even the cats in your ends are moving mad.
Yeah, go on.
Like, let's say someone big like Drake shared our content.
Yeah.
Bro, we're gonna get bare hate.
Oh yeah, of course.
But how we ain't got enough time to sit there and block every single person. And even if we wanted to, it probably wouldn't make sense to. Probably be better marketing if we left it there.
Yeah. But bro, I'm trying to say, get knocked out, like. Oh,
but obviously boxing, that's humiliation, innit? You're literally.
And the thing is, bro, as much I've gone through phases where I thought KSI was a bit big-headed and I thought he was a bit arrogant and whatnot.
You know, he's from my ends.
Yeah.
I've met him when I was 16, 17.
Yeah, one of my boys met him as well at Wembley Stadium.
But actually, no, I don't want to say where I met him. But.
Oh, is it bait?
No, I just thought.
Yeah, fair enough.
I met him in ends.
Yeah. So he, I thought he's a bit big-headed sometimes and whatnot. But one thing I have to rate him for, bro, is his self-belief. Bruv, when he first started music, it was terrible. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, he even re-listened to some of his songs, it was terrible. Now man's making tunes with Offset.
Bro, he's got a tune with Rick Ross. JME, Offset, Money, bro. Yeah, Offset's big, bro. I can't lie.
Do you know how crazy that is? And to start, when he started, imagine he had listened to all these people who said no. Imagine when it first happened, bro, he was terrible. But imagine he listened.
Okay, I don't want to be that negative Nelly guy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if this is true, but what if you just pay them? What if your feature charge is 25 bags?
It probably is, bro.
And I say, no, bro, listen, I'll give you 35 bags for a bag.
Of course, yeah, it probably is. But that doesn't take away from the fact that he's hit top 10.
I'm not saying that is the case. I'm just saying what.
But even all right, let's discard that aside. His new tunes are alright. There's nothing wrong. Like I could maybe listen to them. Like they're not my cup of tea, but like they're not bad at all. Whereas when we first started La Lamborghini and all that, bro, that's useless, bro. I would never listen to that.
But the catchy song though.
Nah, man.
Lamborghini.
Yeah, it was just weird. It's like a rage 16-year-old playing FIFA or something, bro.
6ix9ine music.
Yeah, nah, 6ix9ine, bro. We'll get onto that, man.
What's the horse saying?
Yeah, horse is mad. Yeah. Anyway, so next one, penultimate.
Ooh,
you're using big words now, bro. I'm upgrading.
This is why he got a first ever.
McDonald's.
Put your fingers. Did it properly,
bro.
Man, put his thing. See this guy. Someone chat to their friend.
McDonald's. Next topic.
Ain't done that in a while.
You see, that's. Do you know what? That was perfect because that's the world's reaction to McDonald's right now. People losing it.
Yes.
They're losing it.
I keep feeling like I got shit on my nose, bruv.
Oh, you probably do.
Guys, if you can see...
It's probably your nose. Bro, did you see the queue?
That's in my nose. No, I said I can feel some shit
did
in
you see
my
the
nose.
queue? Yeah, I know about that, bro. But did you see the queue for McDonald's?
Yeah.
All of that for what? McDonald's is nice, yeah.
McDonald's
but has it changed your life? Has it changed your life that you haven't had it for so long?
Nah.
I really couldn't
But we can only have fish from it.
Yeah, that's true.
The last time I had it when we was on the way back from Ali's. With you and thingy. Hey.
Bro, it's nice. I tweeted the other day. I missed the way that fish fillet bread sticks to the top of your mouth, and you have
I might get some on the way back.
Yeah.
You know about that.
What, the fish fillet thing? Oh, it's beautiful. Why? I want to know though.
The movement done.
Yeah, it has to
When
happen.
you get stuck.
Yeah, it has to happen. Without fail.
What's your go-to drink with a filet meal?
If we're talking like cheat day and that, like I can have what I want.
Worst day.
Oasis.
No milkshake, no?
No. But mocha frappe is undefeated. From McDonald's, if you can get a mocha frappe from McDonald's, undefeated. Sorry about the background noise, guys. I live in, gardens and that.
Bando Baby 23.
Yeah, you know them ones.
Hello Q's.
Mocha frappe for sure. But bro, why is the world losing its mind over? Could you wait that long in the queue? That's what I'm trying to say. Massive L. Massive
I'm
L.
not that much of a weirdo to do that over a burger.
And that's the worst thing is that's without the Muslims, because the Muslims are all fasting.
Yeah.
So imagine when the Muslims start rolling out now as well for the fish fillet.
The post-iftar fillet.
It's mad.
I used to work at McDonald's, innit?
Remember? Oh yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
But I always forget that, Their fries are undefeated.
It was like 2013. I was a youth, bruv.
I feel like people are. My whole point is I think people are dumb.
Muck waistbands.
Couldn't have said it better. Right, last topic for this new segment, of the weekly trends. We need a thing for a name for it.
Yeah.
That's your phone, my brother.
Thank you, sir.
Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Assalamu alaikum. Let's talk about it, bro.
A man made snitching and being a rat.
He made snitching cool.
So, commercialized.
Make snitching great again.
Is that what it said?
No, but that's Donald Trump. I just made it.
I like that. On the spot
6ix9ine.
thinking. So,
bro,
do you want to start or shall I start?
you start because you love him up.
That's how I love him, this guy. With 6ix9ine, yeah.
Explain it to the people that don't know.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, real quick, there's a US artist. He's a Mexican Donny.
The Donny that looks like Skittles.
Yeah, the guy with the rainbow hair who's always screaming stupid stuff like that. He goes by the name of 6ix9ine. To cut a long story short, he's been in jail for the past year or so. I would say a year or two, because essentially he got caught doing some mad things with his gangster friends.
I just clocked something.
They're clocked.
You know when he was
and he snitched and he's out and they're all still in pen. Sorry.
You know when sorry about that, man. You know when he was in prison?
Yeah.
We should have been shouting 369. 369.
Yeah.
Like the 3 times table, 369. That should have been in like bios and the hashtag 369.
Oh, as in for his fans?
Yeah. That would have been a good
That would have been a good one. Yeah, that would have been a good one.
Yeah, fuck it.
Anyways, what'd you say?
Huh? I said fuck it.
I think he said fuck you. I was like, whoa.
Why would I say that to you, bro?
Because you're moving a bit. What's it, Ramadan and that, you get me?
Ambulance is coming, just in case you keep talking. Go on.
The thing is I've watched a lot of interviews about 6ix9ine, a couple American podcasts and breakfast clubs.
Shout my dad.
And
closing the curtain. Yeah, go on.
not breakfast clubs, breakfast interviews, a couple UK podcasts, shout out Free Shots, shout out Halfcast podcast, and all of that information blended in with my opinion, because I don't want to. The people are probably sick of seeing 6ix9ine, so I just kind of want to keep it short and brief as I can. In conclusion, in my opinion, from everything I've seen and my personal beliefs, at first when he went into pen, I can't lie to you, there was a little part of me hoping, I hope he comes out, because he's got a little girl, he's got 2 kids from my knowledge.
How was it?
And like, he's a youth, he's our age, man, he's 23, 24. But then, when I heard everything he done, his whole persona, the way he was acting, Treyway, what's good, blood, and all that stuff, paying the 9 Trey Bloods to be his gangster friends, to protect him, to beef him.
I just found that out recently.
He put a price on Chief Keef's head, bro. He fully intended to take Chief Keef's life. And he put money on his head.
Okay, but bro, from what I've seen, sorry to interrupt. From what I just watched a video recently, and it said why 6ix9ine is a genius. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know. You're more into the music thing more than I am, and the whole music scene. So basically, this guy was a normal kid who wasn't into any of this. Yeah, wasn't into the Bloods and the Crips and all this and the gang life. And he thought a way to capitalize on and get into like fame and music and all this, because he wanted to do the music thing, was to hire or like kind of be affiliated with certain groups and certain members. So he kind of went to them and said, listen, be part of this whole thing. Let me be part of this.
He paid them, bro.
Thing.
He admitted it.
So he paid.
He paid them, yeah.
So he hired a gang to be a part of, and like all these music videos and all this, but he wasn't really part of it.
Nah, he wasn't a part of it that they were a part of it.
And he managed to convince the world that he was.
I guess so.
Because when it was happening, everyone thought he was part of Treyway, all this, all that, and he had beefs and I dare you to come touch me, I dare you to come to
test my gangster.
Yeah, test my gangster. If I'm really about it, don't you think someone would have done something by now? I was watching the Breakfast Club thing and I was like, bro, like, this guy is
He was talking a lot. He's
probably on it. Like he's asking for someone to kill him. He's literally he's praying for. He's saying, "Please come test me.
Come test me."
And he was. And
then Charlemagne said, "You're gonna end up in one or two ways, either in jail or in pen. Either in jail or dead."
Yeah.
And then I was watching another Charlemagne interview about it last night. He goes, he's done the first one. Second one, he goes, Charlemagne was so vexed, bro. You know Charlemagne.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, there's a very, very famous interviewer, just a host in general. His name's Charlemagne the God.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not his real name. I personally look up to him when it comes to presenting. Like I want to be.
He can cross the barrier.
I want to be. He's interviewed Kanye. Like he's one of the sickest interviewers.
Kanye.
Yeah. Your album was trash. I only like one song.
Thank you.
Anyway, what did you say? So, anyways, back to what I was saying about 6ix9ine. I feel like the term snitch has been.
But bro, don't you think that's crazy that he's done that?
It's been used so much. So what did you say?
Don't you think it's crazy? I still can't wrap my head around that. That he's.
But hear me. Let me finish. As they say on Backchat London. Let me land.
Bro, that's crazy, man. He literally sold himself. He sold his soul.
He's. I don't know about sold his soul, but hear me. Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
He was never part of that life.
Yeah.
For example, and I was saying this to you before we started recording today. You and I, we're regular average Joes. We work 9 to 5s. You and I are civilians. If, as we're filming right now, someone came over the fence, God forbid, started doing a mad thing, we would call the police because we're not gangsters. We're not affiliated with gangsters. I know you're from the ends. Nah, I'm joking. But obviously, we're not about that life. Therefore, if the police said, Haydar, give a statement. Hussein, give a statement. Auntie, uncle, give a statement. Whoever is around, give a statement. That doesn't make us snitches. Because
wait, over something that's...
No, just in general, bro.
Okay, yeah.
Just in general, because we're not part of that life. What I'm trying to say is, he is wrong for what he done because he twisted it on people, certain people that never done him wrong, certain people that were always cool and never had issues with him. But the fact of the matter is, is the people should have known better. If you're rolling with someone that says the following statement every opportunity he gets, you ready? I'm just a kid with rainbow hair. If that is his justification for every wrongdoing he does, you as mature gangsters and those individuals who claim to be a part of that life, if I'm paying you to be affiliated with your crew, and every time I take L's or I look stupid, I just say, what? You're letting a kid with rainbow hair get under your
he puts it back on you.
Under your hair.
Under your skin.
Sorry, Ramadan's getting to me. Under your skin. What does that tell you about the person? He's parring himself. I'm just a kid with rainbow hair. What did you expect? Do you see what I'm saying? So the whole thing's an L. He's an L. But the reality is the people he was rolling with, one of the OG olders of the crew, of the gang, whatever.
You said?
One of the OGs of that gang, whoever the head guy was or girl is or whatever, he or she should have known better. You get me?
Yeah, but okay.
That's just my.
Okay, but
I don't really have anything more to say about that.
I've got two things to say. Yeah, one, what is a snitch? Because okay, so some people will say that snitching is if you yourself have been involved in the crime, whereas other people will say no. Let's say a crime happens to you, like someone has broken into your house and robbed something. If you go to the police, that's snitching. Is that really snitching?
Someone broke into my house?
Yeah.
No, of course not.
That's not snitching.
That's not snitching.
But some people say as long as you talk to the police, that's snitching in general.
Okay, that's what we call it's a common disease.
Oh, fell off.
Common disease called being a waste man.
Oh, okay, safe.
Or some extreme cases, being a dickhead.
Oh, okay.
But it depends, you know.
No, because some people actually think if you talk to the feds in general, if someone has killed off your mum or something, if
you're
you talk
governed
to the feds
by
in
ends
general,
and you need to read a book.
Then you're a snitch.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so that's out of the way.
Weirdos.
Now that the whole 6ix9ine situation happened, yeah. If you're involved yourself in something, and you've done wrong yourself, and you snitch, and you talk to the police, you're a snitch. If you've got no involvement in that at all, you're a civilian, you're a bystander, yeah? Like me, for example. I'm not involved in nothing, yeah? Anymore. Nah, I'm not involved in anything, yeah?
Pre-electric chair days.
Yeah, you know them ones. If I talk to the police, I probably wouldn't, but if I did, I should never be labeled a snitch, because I'm not involved. Do you get? I've got no loyalties to anyone, but I'm not snitching on someone to save my ass, because I haven't done anything wrong myself.
That's what he done though.
Okay, so this is what I'm trying to say about 6ix9ine. Snitch9ine. So I'm trying to about 6ix9ine, yeah? You cannot, I don't care if on the deeper level, he's not about this life and this and that. He portrays it. he wears that on his chest. He says, I'm about it, come test my gangster, come test this, come test this. So he's screaming it. He's putting it out into the world that I'm a G, I'm a gangster, I'm this, I'm a real one, blah, blah, blah. I've got an army behind me. If you snitch, you're a waste man. So I don't think it's justifiable that he snitched.
But the thing is his justification is the following. Would you stay loyal to people that were trying to have sex with your baby mama? Would you?
So why do you affiliate with them?
Would you not snitch on people who tried to steal millions from you?
Cool.
Would you not snitch on people who got you beat up and recorded it? Would you not snitch on people who tried to get you and your mum kidnapped?
But why
would you not snitch on blah 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 blah?
Why did you go to them?
Would you be loyal to them sort of people?
Why did you go to them and tell them change my life?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I personally believe the whole thing is shambolic, and personally both parties take L's.
Yeah, but he can't save himself and say that.
In my opinion, he's taken the bigger L.
But he's made a W out of that L though, bro. Look what he's doing now.
No, but this is another.
He made the emoji thing a rap.
But Hussein, I'm about to call you Nucci. I saw that.
Yeah, he's mad.
A bit of a tangent on the same topic, but a tiny bit of a tangent. This concept of he turned it into a W because of numbers. Bro, at the end of the day, people like you and I, again, average Joes, we come from normal backgrounds, we come from underprivileged backgrounds, we know how it is.
Yeah.
We don't come from fancy lives or cars, holidays. We've worked for what we have today. We've earned what we have, right? He's talking about oh, I'm a snitch because I done this and I ratted because of this person didn't have loyalties towards me and whatnot. But what was the point I was trying to make, man?
That's a madness.
But I was big man thing. I was just about to make a sickest point. Sorry, yeah, about numbers and stuff. But at the end of the day, G, and I can say this and you can say this because we're Muslim, but do numbers count when you die?
No, of course.
His kids will still be alive when he passes away.
But that doesn't matter.
His grandkids, so on and so forth.
No, in our eyes, he hasn't taken a W.
But that's what being a man is. I'd rather be broke and people have respect for me.
No, I hear you.
Rather than be a millionaire. I can't even leave my own yard.
But bro, you can't hold him to them standards because you're talking about the same guy who went to a group and said, let me basically bring me fame. That's what he basically said. So you can't talk sense.
Two different groups.
In his eyes, he's made a massive W. And a lot of people.
And he keeps talking about numbers. He's calling out the billboards and
people will forget as well. Let's always remember that. People always forget. Let's say the streets never forget, bro.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Yeah, you're right. Numbers don't lie, but don't forget the number of people you've put in jail and the number of years.
I told you, bro.
The number of years that those men who were part of that life, that gangster life, who were actually about it, who were backing him, they're not gonna see their kids forever now.
Yeah. It's all a mess, man. It's all a mess. But anyway,
that horse is gone.
I think now that trend segment has gone, we get onto the main body of
Did we speak about it for
the discussion? Yeah, man. It's been a good discussion, man. We'll carry on for another 10-15 minutes, however long it is, and we'll wrap it up. The main body, bro. Yesterday,
I was fuming.
Yeah, basically, let me break down where I was when this happened. Basically, let me just get straight into it. May God have mercy.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Aya Hachem. Basically, she is a 19-year-old Lebanese female.
Thank you, bro.
Who lived in Blackburn. I think she was studying law, if I'm not mistaken. She was about one day and she was just going to do her shopping in Lidl. She was waiting outside the bus stop. I believe it was the bus stop, outside Lidl, and a drive-by happened basically, and I think it was like three guys shot her. I think the wound that killed her was the one in the chest, I think. So anyway, she got shot in the chest and she ended up passing away. I think this was last week. So yeah, may she rest in peace. Our thoughts and condolences are with her family.
Definitely.
And loved ones.
Before we move on, I just want to take this opportunity as well, personally, to say condolences to her family and her loved ones, and
anyone that's been affected.
We're all praying for you, man. Like not just me and Hussein, the whole our communities. We're all praying for you, despite the madness that we're about to talk about went down yesterday.
Yeah, man. So that happened last week. I saw on the.
Was that last week or earlier this week?
I can't remember. A couple of days ago, let's just say, And
within this time frame, within this past week.
Yeah, of course, And I've seen on the timeline recently someone has started like a GoFundMe or like a fundraiser for her family, and I was like, all right, cool, that's brilliant. I think it made about £2,000 out of the 2,500 goal.
It's a lot of money, man.
It's good, man. It's a good amount. And so yesterday I was sitting here with my friends, and we're just talking, and I go on, Twitter. I had been off it for a couple hours, and I see the timeline moving crazy, bro. I'm thinking, what's going on? And I was explaining this to someone, and they were like, oh. Like when I eventually explained it to them, they were like, bruv, I thought you were going to say something completely different. Like, I can't believe what happened. I was on my timeline and I was scrolling through, and I see just a lot of anti-Shia stuff happen. Basically, if you don't know, within Islam, there's two main big sects. I wouldn't say main. The biggest sects are Sunni Islam and Shia Islam. You've got other sects, but those are the two biggest ones. There is a movement, or there are a lot of people within the Sunni community who believe that Shias are not Muslim at all, and that they're exempt from the religion, and that they're
non-believers.
Yeah, they're non-believers basically. So I saw a lot of anti-Shia tweets, and I'm just scrolling through and I'm just trying to piece together what happened. Basically, the man who started the fundraiser, the boy who started the fundraiser, had basically come out and said, "I am so sorry. I did not know the girl that passed away was Shia. I wouldn't have started it otherwise.
I'll be refunding you.
I'll be refunding everyone's money. Please bear with me. This is a hard time for me." Just going on, made numerous tweets about I will never support someone who supports Bashar al-Assad, which I don't know how you got two and two together. Bro. Because that's like me saying you're Christian, you support the KKK.
I'm glad we filmed this today and not yesterday.
Yeah,
our reactions now would have.
That's literally like having a Christian here saying, "Oh, you're Christian, you support the KKK," or a Sunni, you're Sunni, you support ISIS. It's literally the exact same thing.
Astaghfirullah.
Or even if you do have a political view on Bashar al-Assad, and whatever, that does not mean you're not a human at the end of the day. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Bro, there are people who will spit in my face. Yeah, who literally spit in my face for believing what I believe. At the end of the day, they're still a human. I will never disrespect them to a crazy point, because that's what we've been told. Anyway, so he came out and said that, and there was a massive backlash. There were some people supporting him and saying yes. There was quite a few. There was quite a few.
Some's a nice word,
yeah. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday I was gonna at anyone I saw. I'm glad you didn't. I was going through likes just to see if I had any mutuals of people who are liking his tweets or people's comments under that. I was hoping, please let there be someone
so I can
just unfollow and block them. Thankfully there was no one. But obviously we do have to give credit to the people who did speak out. There are a lot of Sunnis who stood with the Shias in solidarity, and even just Muslims.
We thank you for your brotherhood. That's what Islam's about, man. Do you want to add anything else? Or?
Yeah, so that's the whole situation basically. Ever since then, so within that news breaking, some two people from Canada, I believe, started another fundraiser, and within the first 3 hours it raised $7,500.
MashaAllah.
And today I think it stands at 20,000. So
no refunds yet?
No, they're supporters of the.
I'm missing.
So the guy who said 2,000, and the worst thing is he came out after and he said, he goes, my words were taken out of context. I didn't choose my words wisely.
I'm just letting you, because I got so much to say. I'm a victim. Get me out of here.
Literally, he's seen the backlash and he said, "This is not what I intended." If you have said, this is what he said. He said, "I don't want to be held accountable on the day of judgment for this." Yeah, saying not for what he done, not for the bad thing. For the bad thing he done. But he's saying he doesn't want to be held accountable for giving money to a Shia family. That's what he doesn't want to be held accountable for.
Bro, I'm laughing out of pity, bro. Wallah.
That's what you don't want to be. You don't want to be held accountable for taking back your charity, but you don't want to be held accountable for giving money to a family who's grieving, bruv. At the end of the day, she's a human. She's Muslim, bruv. I can't wrap my head around it. I can't believe this happened. Out of any day of being a Muslim, yesterday was my lowest point, bruv.
Me.
To a point
I've
where
never felt more embarrassed
100%.
to be part of a religion than I was yesterday.
Yesterday, I was annoyed at my own faith, at my own people, at my own religion, at my own ummah, bruv. I wasn't, like you said, I was embarrassed, bro. I didn't even want anything to do with Islam yesterday. I was like, this is disgusting.
Trust me.
They don't even want to embrace us. They don't want to embrace me. Just be gone, bruv. Like,
the thing is, let me start off by saying the following. By the way, is that your main?
Yeah, let's build on that. Anyway.
Because obviously,
that's the main body of the story. That's the story.
The thing is, this is how I see it. Yeah. You see, the beautiful thing about life, bro. Everyone's allowed an opinion. You don't have to like me, and I don't have to like you. They don't need to like our content. They don't need to watch it. But the problem lies within the following. When you don't like something and you go out your way and you put in effort to make it worse, make the situation, make the group, make the topic of conversation worse than it is. Let me start off by saying my first and probably my predominant point. This is the month of Ramadan.
Oh man.
Whether you're a follower of the Ahl Sunnah Jumat, whether you're a Shia, whether you're a Sufi, a Wahhabi, a Ahmadi,
anything.
whatever you may
Doesn't
be.
eat anything.
First and foremost, what is in Islam? What is the best month? Ramadan, where deeds are multiplied. God encourages you to pray more.
Devil apparently is locked away.
We always hear that as a kid.
Yeah.
The devil's locked up in this month, so on and so forth.
Yeah. Devil was out yesterday.
He was creeping on the timeline, big
Trust
man.
me.
My thing is this: what's the point of fasting and starving your body and your stomach when you have no intention to actually gain what Ramadan itself is about for your soul? Is it just about refraining from food and drink, bro?
That's what it is to some people,
An
bro.
innocent girl passed away, whether she was Arab, Pakistani, white, black, Muslim, non-Muslim, Sunni, Shia, 6 foot, 5 foot, paying butters, whatever it may be, had 1 million followers, had 3 followers. At the end of the day, an innocent life got taken. And I'm at your house, so I'm not going to swear. I'm going to try my best not to swear. But you absolute buffoon of an individual, you embarrassment of a human being. You have the audacity. Now there's a saying in Urdu, and all my Pakistani speakers, the fast is proper getting to me today. All my Urdu speakers, I'm going to say it and I'm going to translate it to you. There's a saying, it goes along the lines of Chori or Sina Zori. So Chori means stealing, or means and, Sina, your Sina is your chest and your shoulders, and Zori means strong. Let me mix all that up. Chori or Sina Zori. What that essentially means is, let's say I'm at your house now, which I am, and I stole something, God forbid, and you clocked me. Rather than apologizing after you clocked me, I said, yeah, I stole it, it's in my hand. And what? What are you going to do about it? Go on, do something. That's what Chori or Sina Zori means. And that's exactly what I saw on this brother. We could easily put his tweet there and put his app, but we ain't going to do that. Because at the end of the day, it's not about him personally. It's about that mindset. The girl passed away, man. Bro,
there's so much I want to say.
The girl didn't even just pass away, she died by a shooting.
Did the guy know she was Shia or Sunni who shot her? Did he saw a girl with a headscarf, and it was an attack towards Islam. And now I've attacked Islam, I've now attacked Islam. How have Muslims responded? By attacking
each other. But to the point where, and we all hate her. Katie Hopkins said something today.
I agree with her.
For once in my life, I actually agree with Katie Hopkins. Now my thing
and her
is
hashtag killed me, fam.
What did the hashtag say? I saw the tweet, but
it said something like Happy Ramadan or something.
She was obviously taking the piss out of us.
The way that's being used against us, bruv. And it's so true, wallah, it's so true.
You gave her the material, you gave her the artillery. Of course she's gonna shoot at us.
And we say, why do we say this about us? And why Islam, how Islam is represented in the media?
Carry on talking,
West.
By the way, I took screenshots of earlier that I wanted to talk about.
Bro, when people say the worst thing I've ever heard is how Islam is represented in the West. No, don't think that the white man or the media has taken it.
It's us, bro.
And out of nowhere they've just made it into an awful religion. Look at yourselves, fam. Look at yourselves. Our enemies are not the Jews and the Christians and the non-believers and this and that. Our enemies are ourselves. Within our own people, we are our own enemies, bro. You think that just because you're fasting and just because you're refraining from eating and this,
starving yourself,
it doesn't mean that you don't self-refrain, and it doesn't mean that you don't you look at yourself basically. You self-reflect. That's the word I'm looking for. You don't self-reflect and look at your own beliefs and your own your whole being from start to finish, and you try to cleanse your whole soul.
You try to improve yourself as a person.
You're cleansing your mouth.
Not just as a Muslim, as a person.
Bro, you're refraining from eating, you're refraining from this, you're refraining from that. Are you refraining your thoughts that are coming into your head, your hatred in your heart? Are you refraining from that? Or is that just, it doesn't matter anymore? I'm going to believe what I believe. I'm going to believe what my parents told me.
Bro, you know he said the words, I made her death go viral.
Oh, that was disgusting, bro. Bro, that tells you everything you need to know.
Bro, I made her death go viral. What are you drinking? Credit, what are you smoking, my brother?
I just put yourself in her family's shoes, bro. That the girl's death now has been
sorry
taken,
to her family.
Has been taken as a whole scandal now. It's been a big scandal of which charity.
It's been a hashtag, bro. You made someone's daughter
Bro, it's ridiculous.
All I'm gonna say is, imagine if that was your sister or your daughter or your mother. But anyways, I took a few screenshots. I know time's getting a bit, especially with iftar soon. The brother who made this whole commotion happen, he retweeted the following tweet at some point yesterday, or was it earlier today? So it's not his tweet. He retweeted something else. Yeah. as much as I feel sad for the loss of any innocent person, and in this case Aya, I don't agree with raising money to personally give to a family who openly supports mass murders like Assad. If you really want to, then give it in charitable causes to those in need on behalf of Aya. Okay, next one. Okay, this is also other retweets from the same gentleman, yeah? Holding someone's past mistakes against them won't make you any better of a person. Second tweet of that same thread. If someone deletes a tweet and clarifies it, why do you people always feel the need to post it again to shame them? If they realised it was wrong and removed it, you're only gaining sins for yourself.
Shut up, man. Bruv, how can you wrongly how can you rephrase that?
This
tweet
dude that replies. Like,
bro, how can you if Hader, God forbid, I would never come for someone in your family. But if I said something very disrespectful, directly straight to someone in your family, 5 minutes later I come back and I say, bro, that's not actually what I meant. I meant it in this context. Bro, if it's black and white, it's black and white. You said I don't want to be held accountable for supporting a Shia family, basically. That's exactly what you said. I didn't know she was Shia. I'm going to refund all your money.
He said the word sorry. He said, my bad, I didn't know.
Bro, there's so much. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to say, yeah? If there's a Shia orphan right there,
fam,
yeah, and you went to go give it money, and now you find out that the orphan is who hasn't eaten, who hasn't this, who hasn't that, you think that your money, yeah, that you're giving to that orphan is going to be held accountable on the day of judgment by your God against you? Leave the religion, bro. Don't believe in a God like that. Please, I beg you, do not believe in a God that's going to hold your money that you've given out of your own heart to an orphan who hasn't eaten, who hasn't got a mum, who hasn't got a dad, who hasn't got a family, just because they're Shia. Are you normal?
And you done it for clout.
And the worst thing is,
I made her death go viral.
The worst thing is, if we asked him now, okay, if there was a Shia orphan and you went to go feed her, would you give it money? He'll probably say, of course I would, brother. Come on, man. I'm not bro, your actions do not back that up. So please do not lie with your mouth.
On a side note, because we all do make mistakes, and the brother, I don't know him personally, so I can't even say whether he's a bad person or not.
He's a terrible person. How about that?
No, bro. I know where you're coming from, but just hear me.
Bruv,
hear me.
You can't back that.
No. I'm not, bro.
No. I'm saying in general.
Do you hear what I just said for the past 20 minutes?
In general.
Hear me. I'm not necessarily saying whether he's a good or a bad person. Yeah. Because we've only known of this gentleman through that one tweet and it went viral, right? But the fact of the matter is when you're in that situation and you're doing something, i.e. collecting charity and funds on behalf of someone's death, you should do your research.
Oh, of course.
Onto, firstly, what does Islam say about charities? And more so, who are you collecting funds for, bro?
No religion in the world.
Why are you collecting funds for someone that you didn't even know who or what they were, just so you could get retweets and stuff?
Yeah, just so I'm doing such a good cause.
So let me get this right. Okay, cool. You don't like Shias, fair enough. Say nothing. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. No problem. So you're telling me you didn't even research on the person you're collecting charity for?
Yeah.
What kind of level of articulance is that word?
Yeah.
What forget bro.
It wasn't coming from the heart.
What kind of person are you to be so it's almost like saying man's only gonna do something
just so it looks like
man's gonna.
Oh, I'm the one who made it viral, by the way.
On a side note, and before me and Hussein started Hate Squared, one thing we agreed on is no matter how much success, because I know, bruv, what time is iftar today, by the way?
I don't know.
Probably open any time.
Yeah,
soon. Anyways, one thing we said for sure is no matter how big we get, and inshallah, by the days go on, the weeks go on. Side note, this is our 6-month anniversary, as in tomorrow. Well, when this episode drops, this is 6 months. Thank you guys, all of that. But I need to make this point, yeah. We said no matter how big this gets, we're gonna try our best to avoid our personal opinions on politics and religion and
because we want to incorporate everyone,
religious figures and colour and race, and we're gonna talk about trending topics and things that are close to our heart. But seeing something like this, irrespective of what we are or what we believe, at the end of the day, bro, wrong will always be wrong.
Oh, 100%.
And the last thing I'm gonna say before I start waffling on,
I've got 2 more points.
The last thing I probably will say, in case you say something that I'll add on, is a massive thank you. I put my hands together and say a massive thank you and hats off, metaphorical hats off to all of the Ahl Sunnah brothers and sisters who stood up for this wrongdoing. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. May God give peace and sabr to this young girl's family who passed away, and most importantly, may the peers of this young man and his family educate this young man on what real haya is. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah. Now, my 2 cents on it, my last 2 points. There's so much I want to say.
Too much to say, to be honest.
Too much to say. But firstly, it's just, I don't know what, we've said this before, I don't know what version you've been sold of Islam. I don't know what belief you have where you believe that doing something like this would be a sin. And it just goes to show how brainwashed and how disgusting some people within our own religion can be. It's beyond me, bro. The fact that you believe that your God could punish you for something like that, and it's a part of a bigger problem of UK extremism. There's a big UK,
so much.
There's more than any country, like Western country, I'd say.
I'm realizing it's a lot more distinct here. Sorry to cut you, bro.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm realizing it's more distinct here than it is in the US.
Oh, for sure. No, for sure.
I didn't realize that till recently.
1 million %. UK has a big extremist population. It will be on your same road and you wouldn't even know it.
Trust me.
So we can't blame others for having a bad perception of us when we ourselves think like this, and on a day where, forget, okay, it's the month of Ramadan as well.
Oh, it was one of the most holiest nights.
For the Ahlul Sunnah brothers, it was a night where it could have been Laylatul Qadr. Laylatul Qadr for us is more worth. It's better than a 1,000 months. خير من ألف شهر. It's better than 1,000 months. And on that night, you choose to take money away from a family that's grieving.
Wait, did they even ask for peas? By the way?
No. But this is what I want. This is my last point, yeah. And I want to know who the guy thinks he is, to think that his money, it's like, oh yeah, it's my money, I'll take it back, or like, it's your money, I'll take it back. Bruv, the family, believe me when I say G, the family do not need your money.
They don't need your peas.
I swear to God, they don't take your money. I hope you triple that money and you live for the rest of your life.
Trust me, go buy some Lambos or something, mate.
I swear to God, I hope all that money, whatever.
Buy some books have as much on the religion and educate yourself.
Yeah, I swear to God, have as much dunya you want in this world, bro. Take it. Take all the dunya.
Have all the materialistic gains.
The family is not begging for money, bro. Look at the way God works. Took 2,000 away, gave them 20,000 back.
Allahumma barik, man.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Mashallah.
But anyway,
no,
I feel like
my last question, not even a statement. My last question to you: what do you think? Take away this situation of Sister Aya, rest in peace. Just as a whole, this whole hatred within our religion. In your opinion, you being, mashallah, someone I look up, you're my bro, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I got enough pride to say I look up to you as well in many ways, because I think you hold a lot of knowledge, especially within our opinions and our conversations and whatnot. What do you reckon, broski, that we can implement as young Muslims who live in Britain, who live in London, forget London, who live in the UK, who live in the West? Yeah. What do you think people like you and I and most of our viewers watching, what could we implement to stop this problem going forward?
I feel like we need to firstly get...
In your personal opinion?
Yeah, in my personal opinion, I feel like we need to tackle the root in-house. So we need to firstly get the opinions of Muslims themselves all aligned. And the only way to do that is encourage questions as much as you possibly can. I won't lie to you, I've been in situations where I've had a table like this at university or college, and I have about 6 people around me and they're all bombarding questions at me. But the way I hold myself and the way I carry myself and the way I explain every single answer, it doesn't have to be something they agree with, by the way. It doesn't have to be, even if I show them in a book or something, my end goal isn't for you to convert or revert or just please understand me.
Understand and listen. Don't just hear, listen.
Yes, exactly. Take in what you're actually hearing and don't just believe everything you hear. That's the main thing. Whoever's watching this who has a bad perception of anyone, it could be, if you're a Shia who has a bad perception of Sunnis, if you're a Sunni who has a bad perception of Shias, if you're Muslim who has a bad perception of Christian, anything. Go and do your own research. Do not listen to a documentary or a lecture one time, and just because the guy said it, you're like, oh, okay, where has he got his source from? Where has your parents got their source from? I've heard things from elders within the community, and I've gone and looked at it. I'm like, bruv, where did you learn this?
Can I add something on top of that? Because I've had friendships in the past where people have solely, like sheep, blindly followed something just because mummy and daddy told them to do so.
Oh, of course, man. Get off me, man.
You good?
Yes, I'm off. Try to kill me.
My brothers and sisters, last thing I'm probably going to say, I keep saying last thing, well, we both keep saying last thing, but
Iftar's calling me.
Trust me, the horse is going as well.
Yeah, trust me.
Of course, whether you're Muslim or not, always have respect for your elders, especially your mother and your father, right? But the most important thing to understand is your parents are human beings. They are also prone to making mistakes. Therefore, just because your mum and dad have told you something doesn't necessarily mean it's right. Just because they're your mum and dad. What they're saying probably could be true, but doesn't mean it's true because they're your mum and dad.
In the guy's experience yesterday, the guy who tweeted all that, whatever his mum and dad have been telling him is completely false. And
No, bro.
On that note,
no. Because how do you know his parents taught him that?
Well, whoever it is, bro, he's been
his
surrounded
mentors,
by it.
His Maulanas, his peers, his sheikhs.
He's been surrounded by it. There's no way. And even then, a good mother and father would never, in my opinion, would never allow that much hatred to enter someone's heart. If you've raised your kid properly, though, you will never allow that much hatred. But anyway, on that note,
some may argue. I know we're closing, but some may argue: is that hatred or is that just ignorance? But we'll
But anyway,
we'll go on.
Let us know your opinions down below. Sorry if we went on a bit too long or we got a bit too passionate or emotional. It's just we can't control
something like this. You know, we only get a couple hundred. Now we're hitting, 4 figures in that. Yeah, I mean, I'm joking, but we don't have a massive audience. But even if this hits home for one person, we've done our job. But guys, like I said earlier, if you haven't already, be sure to follow us both on social media platforms.
Yes.
Like
and our H2 page.
Definitely follow us on Instagram at H2 Podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, smash that subscribe button, like the video. Let's get it to 60 likes today, inshallah.
60 likes. Let us know your opinions in the comments below. Man. And whatever we've told you, let us know the name of the segment, and let us know what you had for iftar today, man.
Thank you, guys. Peace. And Eid Mubarak, early ones.
Oh yeah, Eid Mubarak. Eid Mubarak.
Thank you, my brother.